It's time for The Pet Show with America's favorite pet expert, Warren Eckstein. Warren is the author of How to Get Your Cat to Do What You Want and How to Get Your Dog to Do What You Want. He's here to answer all your pet and animal questions. And now, Warren Eckstein.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to The Pet Show. Are you being punked by your Pekingese? Is your rescued feline in a little bit of a funk? Does your Chihuahua need some big confidence? Well, if you love animals, I'm assuming you do, you're listening to The Pet Show, care about wildlife and the environment, and want to learn how to understand your dogs and cats, well, almost as well as they understand you. If you're confused about your pet's behavior or just want to improve their lifestyle, you know what to do. Stay tuned because once again, right here, right now, it is time for The Pet Show, America's first and only real pet psychology, training, behavior, and of course, pet lifestyle show. So hop up on my couch. Bring those furry little buddies with you, folks, because it is that time once again to let the animal analyzing begin. Hello, everyone. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show, the place where we absolutely, positively love, adore, and as I stress every single week, respect pets as much as you do. By the way, if you'd like to join me on the Evergreen Pet Show family, becoming part of the family, if you want to find out why your dog is humping or chewing, your cat is scratching, not using a litter box, you take your dog out for a nice evening stroll in this beautiful Southern California weather, he sees another dog and all of a sudden he's in the attack mode. You get the idea. That's what this show's all about, helping you cope with your pets, a lot more likely helping your pets cope with you. And if you happen to be new to the Pet Show, let me just remind everyone that thanks to my amazing sponsors, many have been with me for over 20 years, everyone that calls into the Pet Show and gets to talk to me live, whether they ask me a question, share a story, brag about a new dog or cat, everyone that calls in and gets to talk to me live on the air will in fact be getting a fantastic, an amazing, absolutely incredible gift. Sit down, it's not for you, it's for that beautiful dog or cat that you adore. And if you're new to the show, we're not giving away biscuits. Some of the items I'm giving away are $25, $35, $45, even $50. So great time to give me a call if you have a question about your dog or cat's behavior. Just want to share a great story about how you rescued a dog or how your dog or cat makes you feel better. Great time to give me a call. Oh, by the way, let me just say, today is June 4th. What does June 4th mean to you guys? June 4th is National Hug Your Cat Day. Did you get that, Alex? It's National Hug Your Cat Day. I expect to see you hugging your cat later on today. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But, a lot of people that have never had the opportunity to be owned by a cat don't understand how affectionate they can be. So, if you hug your cat, if you believe cats are just as affectionate as dogs, now is your time to prove it. Give me a call. Let me know. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-KRLA. Or if you're more of a numbers person, that's 866-870-5752, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. As I said, plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away on the show as well. Let me tell you what I have planned for today's show. I mean, we have a really interesting show lined up. And it's kind of like a share the show with you guys, because I really need your response on some of the things I'm going to be talking about. So here's a question. This is a question I have been pondering for ages, decades. I pretty much know that most pet guardians out there think about their dogs. I know what you think about your dogs. You think they're this, you think they're that. But on the other side, what do our dogs think about us? What does your dog think about you? That's what I'd like to know. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Coming up, a word I kind of coined many years ago, interspecies love. It is a real thing. I'll talk about it later. So we're going to talk about the concept of whether or not our dogs, what we think about them, but what we think our dogs think about us. Kind of interesting. What do you think your dog thinks about you? Does he like you? Does he tolerate you? Does he put up with you? Does he want a divorce? Give me a call. Let me know. Again, the number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Also coming up, for my cat lovers out there, please, everyone, knock it off. Enough cat shaming. Stop it. No more cat shaming. It's not just our dogs that know how we feel and adjust to make us feel better. What about our cats? Does your cat make you feel better? Give me a call. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and a great gift will be on its way. Now, also coming up, what are ministry dogs? Ministry dogs and their mission to help people during disasters. Recently, some were deployed to Texas. We'll talk about that. You know, I worked with them at Ground Zero when I was there at 9/11. So it's a great time to give me a call. Again, the number 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Now, as always, plenty of time to answer all of your questions. Lots of great stuff to give away. So if your pet is chewing, jumping, barking, your cat's confused about the litter box, maybe your new puppy's not housebroken, maybe your rescue dog is suffering with separation anxiety or abandonment issues, maybe they're depressed, maybe your dog is chasing anything that moves, maybe your dog doesn't like a lot of people, maybe your cat scratched your favorite chair or kept you up all night. Or maybe, just maybe, your dog believes that everything he sees he must hump. Give me a call. Again, that's what this show is all about, helping our pets cope with us. Again, the number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And the question of the day is pretty simple. Are dogs and cats equal when it comes to comforting the people they live with? Are dogs and cats equal when it comes to comforting the people they're with? Give me a call. Let me know. 866-870-5752, 866-870-KRLA. That is the phone number. And as I said, I'll be giving lots of great stuff away on this show. Now, it is hot outside, people. Please be careful. I went outside just this morning with my bare feet to get the newspaper, and I got to tell you, even overnight, the ground was hot. So please be careful out there with your dogs and your cats, for that matter. Keep them inside. Make sure they have plenty of fresh water. And if you're going to exercise your dogs, use common sense. Do it before it gets too hot or after the sun goes down. Just makes a whole lot of common sense. Again, that question, pretty simple. Are dogs and cats equal when it comes to comforting people? You know, so many people just feel that dogs are more comforting, dogs are more social, but those are usually people that have never had the opportunity to either live or be owned by a cat. So I want to hear from some of my cat guardians out there. You know, it's really time that cats got the kudos that they should get. They really do. I mean, cats are absolutely amazing. I could tell you stories about how I've seen cats save lives of people that were depressed or seniors that were living by themselves that couldn't have a dog, but they got a cat because it was less maintenance in terms of walking. Give me a call. Let me know what you think about cats. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through to the pet show today. We're trying something new, Alex. We're trying to broadcast live on YouTube. If you want to take a look at it, there might be some errors today. It's our first day trying it. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. It's youtube.com/my name, Warren Eckstein, Eckstein. So check it out, youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. We're going to try to be broadcasting live there weekly, but also during the week, I share a lot of videos there, a lot of information on stuff that I don't get to on the show. I put it up there. I do videos on there. So check out youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. Subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. You get to see all the videos, and there's hundreds of them. You get to watch me on the show when I'm doing it live. It's going to be a lot interesting, you know. Alex just told me we're doing YouTube this morning. Alex never gives me a lot of notice, so I had to comb my hair, put on a clean T-shirt, so you guys can see what I really look like. 866-870-KRLA. I cannot. Well, it does. It looks great. You see the shirt I'm wearing, though, Alex? You like the shirt? You like it? Can you see it? You know what it says? Fly the friendly skies of Vietnam. Let's go to my friend John in New York. Call Howard Beach again. Hey, John, welcome to the show.
Warren, how are you, my friend?
I could not be bad. I'd be a lot better if I could eat a pizza by you, but I'm okay.
I'm going to find a way to get that to you.
It's not happening. Someone tried to send me a bagel. By the time he got here, it was like a hockey puck.
All right. My boxer Lucky, he loves to run. And, you know, to say loves to run, it's an understatement. You know, he could run all day, 24/7.
Sure.
Thing is, I'm a little nervous about his joints and his legs or anything. everything. Do you recommend something he could take that would maybe help?
Yeah, I do. You know, my Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement treats, the new 4-in-1 supplements, been out now for about 8 months, maybe closer to a year. They when I redid them and we redid the entire Hugs and Kisses line, one of the things I made sure is that within the Hugs and Kisses supplements, we added glucosamine, we added chondroitin, we added lecithin, we added biotin. So pretty much everything your dog needs is there. So unless the dog is showing some really severe medical signs, I'll send you a jar of the Hugs and Kisses, John. Get him started on that with the glucosamine, the chondroitin. That should be really, really beneficial in terms of the hips and the joints. And the other thing is, just watch the dog carefully. If the dog looks like he's doing too much, stop. Enough is enough. You know, not everyone could be a marathon runner, so you have to make sure that you watch your dog, make sure he's comfortable, make sure he's feeling good. If you're running too much on concrete, maybe you should try walking him a little bit more on grass. But I think the Hugs and Kisses is going to make a big difference for you, John. And just don't over-exercise. You know, a lot of people, they're working during the week, so they don't give their dog a lot of exercise during the week, but then come Saturday or Sunday, it's like the Olympics. The same stresses, the same problems we have with our bones go to our pets. So gradual, increase it a little bit at a time. How old did you say your boxer was, John?
He's 14 months now.
Oh, he's a baby, yeah. So he's got plenty of time to exercise. You know, getting him on, I feel like I'm bragging here. Maybe I am. But getting him on the Hugs and Kisses supplement with the chondroitin, the glucosamine, you know, it's a boxer anyway. So in other words, the importance of the biotin for skin and coat and the lecithin for skin and coat. So let me send you a jar. He's going to love it. You'll get him started. You give me a call back and send me a bottle of champagne from Howard Beach, New York. How's that?
That sounds good. Can I have, one more quick question?
Sure, go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead.
I'm the only one in the family he does this to. Okay, I have a basement, and he comes down to the basement, and when he sees me, he starts barking and play biting at my feet. And I don't know why he does this to just me. Maybe I do know why, because I used to, like, wrestle with him on the ground, and I think he wants to do that. But I'm the only one he does this to.
So let me ask you the big question. People are always asking me to help them resolve issues with their pet. But the big question for you is, does it bother you, or do you kind of enjoy it a little bit?
I kind of enjoy it a little. I think it's cute, but the thing is, sometimes you want to watch a ball game or watch something on TV, and he just comes and starts yelling and barking.
I'm living in Los Angeles. Don't even bother watching the Mets. Don't even bother watching the Islanders. Don't even bother why, you know. So here's where the basics come into play. Because if the dog is annoying you, most people saying, knock it off, stop it, leave me alone, you're driving me crazy. And that's not going to resolve it. I want you to go back to your basic obedience, heel, sit, stay down, and come. Not that you need to use it all the time, but you need to have a positive way to control the dog when the dog is doing something that's really disconcerting to you. So rather than saying, no, stop it, he's playing with you. It's like telling a kid, stop hugging me, I don't want you to hug me. But use your basic training, sit, stay, to calm him down at that point, and that's the best way to approach it.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, John, give him a hug and a kiss. I'm going to put you on hold. Some Hugs and Kisses supplements on its way to you. He's going to absolutely love to eat them. Hey, great time to give me a call. Paul Charles will get to you. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Come on, guys. Today, June 4th. That's today. June 4th. It's National Hug Your Cat Day. You know, cats don't get a whole lot of credit. National Hug Your Cat Day. Give me a call if you're hugging your cat right now, or if you believe cats can be just as comforting to people as dogs. Give me a call. Let me know. I'll be giving away on today's show lots of great stuff. I'll be giving away, you just heard me give away the most expensive thing I have, my own Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement treats. I'll be giving away kitty lickies from Lucy Pet. Cats absolutely love them. Don't take my word. Ask my engineer, Alex. His cat adores them. Lucy Pet Food, I'll be giving away. Arthrosuit Gold, those amazing T-shirts that say none of my friends walk upright. Copies of my best-selling books. Hemp seed oil. So everyone that calls in will get a great gift for their dog or cat. Again, that number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. If you guys want to play along, we're trying this YouTube thing today. We'll be perfecting it, I'm sure, in the future, but it looks pretty good so far. But this is my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/my name. youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. Eckstein. youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. You can see the face. You can see this great shirt that I'm wearing today. And also plenty of time to answer all of your pet and animal questions. Again, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. A quick break, then right back to your phone calls. You know, hey And we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. We're trying something new today. We're we're broadcasting live on YouTube. If you want to follow it, it's youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. When I go to commercial break, you're not going to see this amazing face. What you'll see instead is a great photo of the observatory and downtown Los Angeles. So when we go back, you'll be seeing my mug again. Great time to give me a call. I do have an open line, which is pretty rare. I got lots of great stuff to give away. Plenty of time to answer all of your questions, and I'd love to get some response from you guys as well. Are dogs and cats equal when it comes to making people feel more comfortable? For years and years and years, all I heard is, well, if you want comfort, you got to get a dog. If you want comfort, you have to pet your dog. But what about cats? So many cat guardians feel that way but may not want to talk about it. I need to hear from you. So if you have a cat or several cats or a couple of dozen cats and they calm you down and make you feel better, give me a call. I'll send you a great gift. The phone number 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through to the show. As I said, plenty of time to answer your questions. Lots of great stuff to give away. And it's kind of interesting because coming up a little bit later, I'm going to be talking about something perhaps a lot of people may never thought about. Listen to me carefully. You know, we all love our dogs. And we all know what we think about our dogs. They're wonderful, they're beautiful, they're great. But what do you think your dog thinks about you? My dog must think I'm nuts. What do you think your dog thinks about you? Give me a call. Let me know. I'll send you a great gift. I love to hear from some of the dogs talking about their people. And later on, I'm going to talk about something that was controversial when I first started talking about it many years ago. Interspecies love. People think I was crazy, but a lot of people think I'm crazy. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. 866-870-5752. Let's go to Paul in Northridge. Hey, Paul, welcome to the Pet Show.
Good morning, Warren. How is Molly and Willie today?
Molly and Willie are just about, what time is it, like 11:24? They're just about waking up right now.
Okay.
They're night people. Molly and Willie are night people. They stay up late at night watching TV, so they get to sleep a little bit later in the morning.
So I now have a 11-month-old Seal Point Siamese kitten named Simone. I previously, back from 1987 until 2003, had a Black Lab mix. She lived for 16 years. Her name was Samantha. She was one of the great loves of my life. I also had a Siamese cat when I was in my 20s. So I've had 2 cats, many dogs, and now I have a cat. And she is just as interactive as my Black Lab was.
And that's because you treat her the same way, right? You treat her the same
Absolutely.
way. There you go.
When I was laying down with my dog Samantha, I would put my face next to hers and say, "Sammy, love me lots," and she would give me a big smooch. That dog absolutely loved me, and I loved her. I know my cat loves me because she gives me lots of affection. I have listened to all your advice on the shows. All my bowls, her water bowl, her dry food bowl, her wet food bowl are all stainless steel.
I know. Whoa. No. I'm stopping you for a second because where is it? Let me just go over this because, I said that. You're absolutely right. For years, I've been telling you stainless steel is the way to go. However, a new study, I will come up with it shortly, a new study recently came out that said that when they checked the bacteria in the bowls of dogs and cats, what they found was the bacterial count from metal and ceramic bowls were just as high as those from plastic bowls. That shocked me. It totally shocked me.
Wow.
I never would have thought. The slime, but here's the thing that you need to know. The slime in your dog or cat's water bowl possessed the problem. It's called biofilm, and it's compromised the bacteria. Now, there's 2 different kinds of slime, good and bad, but you have to wash the dishes every day. So, again, that being said, for years, I would tell people stainless steel because you can put it in the dishwasher. You can really use hot water on it. Plastic wasn't the way to go. And now, according to this study, they said that, the bacterial count from metal and ceramic bowls were as high as those for plastic bowls. Granted, they only surveyed 417 dog guardians and tested 68.
I clean their bowls with hot water and dishwashing soap every day. They are spotless. I don't think there's any bacteria in there.
Well, listen, if you're asking me, if you say to me, Warren, what do you feed my dogs eat out of stainless steel bowls every day.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I said my dogs eat out of stainless steel and drink their water out of stainless steel. So even though the study says something different, I'm going to still be a stainless steel kind of guy.
Absolutely. Same with me.
There you go.
Same with me.
Hey, I'm looking at my screen. I don't want to run out of time, but I noticed you have a question about peanut butter.
Yes. Simone likes to lick peanut butter when I'm making a sandwich. She's on the counter, and she licks my Skippy peanut butter. Is that okay for her?
Well, yes and no. A lot of cats love the taste of peanut butter. But the problem with peanut butter is that certain ingredients like fat, added artificial sweeteners, xylitol can be harmful, even toxic to cats. So if you're asking me about letting your cat lick the peanut butter, I would say no. If, in fact, you're making the peanut butter yourself at home, all naturally with nothing in it but peanuts, a little lick once in a while, but not too much because of the fat and other contents in there. So licking it is not the end of the world, but I would not make it an everyday habit.
Good to know. Where do I get the kitty lickies?
You're getting them right now. I'm putting you on hold. You're going to speak to the lovely Suzette, and some kitty lickies on their way for your cat, Paul. See how easy it is here on the Pet Show? Everyone that calls in and gets to talk to me live will get a great gift for their dog or cat. By the way, I'm going to take a quick break. This is the best time to call into the show. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And I still want to hear from cat people. Dog people are, listen, I'm a dog guy right now. Dog people are always talking about how their dogs are so comforting. They come off from a hard day's work, and their dogs comforted them during the pandemic. What about you cat guys? Come on, man. Where are you cat guys? Did your cats comfort you during the pandemic? Are your cats as comforting as dogs are? Give me a call. Let me know. I think they are, but a lot of people don't. Give me a call. Let me know what you think. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And as I said, we're playing a little bit today, so if you want to start following me, you should follow my YouTube channel anyway. I share lots of stuff there, but we're broadcasting live on YouTube today. It's youtube.com/Warren Eckstein, Eckstein. Now, when we go to commercial break, you'll see a great shot of the observatory in downtown LA. When we come back, my beautiful face will be right back here. 866-870-KRLA. That is the phone number. And we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. Great time to call me. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away on the show as well. I don't know about you guys. I run, and sometimes if you run on the streets, you see all these scooters, people riding the scooters, and it saves gas, I guess, so I'm kind of into it. But just this week, a dachshund was actually killed by one of those e-scooter riding on the pavement. I don't know what the laws are. I don't use the scooters, but if you're going to use a scooter, you should not be riding on the pavement. They ran into this poor little dachshund, and the dog died. So I don't know. Scooters off, please. No scooters on the sidewalk. If you want to use a scooter, ride it where you're supposed to ride it, in the street. 866-870-5752. Let me go again. The question of the day is: are cats and dogs equal when it comes to comforting people? I'd love to hear from you guys. Where's my cat people today? Come on, cat guys. 866-870-KRLA. That is the phone number. Let's go to Charles in Buena Park. Hey, Charles, welcome to the show.
Oh, how are you doing?
I could not be better, Charles. How about yourself?
Great to get through to you. I'm actually have a very unusual cat situation. I have 8 cats, and I don't own any of them. And they're Siamese. All of them are Siamese cats. And they are, like, as an example, I try to pet one of the cats. He won't let me pet him. He'll go over to another cat, and they bump heads, and they do that all the time. And they treat us as the McDonald's. And that's about pretty much.
So you're the local cat drive-through.
Yeah, well,
So, but Charles, whose cats
There's
are
no money
these?
in it.
Whose cats are these?
Say again?
Whose cats are these?
They're just in our gated community.
So in other words, they're just stray cats running around the neighborhood?
Well, now they're not straight because they stay at our house.
Oh, so they live at your house. So they live at your house.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so maybe I'm misunderstanding. So your question to me is?
Well, the question is how can I get these cats either to be more friendly because you can't pet them.
Oh, okay. So So what the cats need is they need a little bit more socialization. The first thing I would do is before you feed them, take some unwashed articles of your clothing or other family members' clothing, and what I want you to do is put those where the food dishes are. Let them get used to your scent in a positive way. You also you said something just before that's kind of intriguing to me. Is that the cats will they kind of come to your house, but are they spayed? Are they neutered? Charles?
Have they
been spayed or neutered?
Neutered, yes. I don't know if they've been neutered.
Okay, that's the first.
My wife feels they have because they do have a scar, and I think that they neutered all of the female cats.
Okay, so you're not seeing any kittens around.
No.
Okay.
No, those would be beautiful kittens, I can tell you. But
I'm sure they would. But so here's what I want you to do: the socialization of the cats. Over the years, I've worked with literally thousands of feral cats that have been abused by people. At least your cats are sociable to a point. So the thing you need to do right now is get them used to your scent. That's why when they see you, they go to the other cat and rub their heads together. They're kind of bonding via the scent of each other, something that's comforting to them. So that's what I would do: is put this article of clothing outside. If you consider a distance from them and just watch them, let them see you in a non-threatening or non-challenging way, and little by little they will come around. What we need to do is build up their self-confidence. There may be other people in the complex that may do other things or yell or chase or whatever. So I want you to follow through, Charles. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to send you a copy of how to get your cat to do what you want. I want you. This is primarily for people that just got a cat into their house or have been living with a cat, but there's a lot of information in there specifically on building the confidence of a cat, and I think that's really, really critical in your situation. And bless you and your wife for taking care of them. But again, I really stress the fact that I hope they're all spayed and they're all neutered. Hey, the phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. We were just talking a few seconds ago with one of my callers about the whether or not you should scrub your dog's water bowls. And the study found that you need to do that to risk the illness for both your dog and your cat. The slime in your dog's water bowl possesses a problem. I told you it's called biofilm. Biofilm forms on the teeth. On the teeth, it's actually called plaque. And the biofilm clings to the inside surface of the bladder, can persist in urinary tract infection. So it's more than just keeping it clean. It can actually cause physical problems for your pet as well. So keep those dishes really, really clean. Now, they say the bacteria level was the same in the plastic and the other ones. I don't care. I'm saying stainless steel. That's the way I go. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let's go to Elise in Azusa. Hi, Elise. Welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for what you do.
Well, I appreciate it. I could not do it without you guys. How can I help you, Elise?
Okay, so I have this phenomenal rescue dog that I got as a yellow lab pup. I was filled with epilepsy. So we trained her as a seizure alert dog. She did great. My son had surgery and he no longer has seizures. So I teach continuation high school in South Los Angeles. And my students being online for a year and a half were absolutely traumatized. And I brought my dog every Tuesday this year, and I can't tell you what effect it had on those kids. I mean, I could cry. The parent, I was told by the administrator that we can have the dog there. Even now, she is a service dog. I want to know if there's any institution or a place where I can volunteer where I can get these dogs to those kids who have been severely traumatized.
It's interesting. It's interesting you bring that up because a lot of you know that I spent quite a bit of time at Ground Zero when the Trade Center came down. I went to New York from L.A., drove there. Anyway, there were many organizations there guiding us and guiding the first responders that were there with me, all of us, and having I was working with the rescue dogs, obviously, but there were dogs there that were just brought as comfort dogs, and they make an incredible difference. I don't know specifically.
It's been an awesome experience to see this dog adjust to whoever needs her.
Yeah, no, listen, the Lutheran Church, there's actually an organization called Lutheran Church Charities, and they have their own canine ministry of dogs, and they were dispatched to the tragedy in Texas. So I don't have a specific organization I can recommend to you, but what you can do is if you want to send me an email at mail@thepetshow.com, if there are people out there with organizations or people that know where you can be used and your dog can be used, and they do make an incredible difference, you're absolutely right, they will contact me and I'll kind of share that info with you.
Awesome. I will email you. Thank you so much. And hey, don't rescue those dogs because they're the bomb.
They're absolutely amazing. I don't know if I would have made it through. Anyway, don't go anywhere. I want to put you on hold. And for your dog, I am going to send you, you know what? I'm going to send you some Arthrosuit Gold to keep those dogs' hips and joints in the best shape they can ever be in. Made by my good friends over at NatureVet. Hey, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. We got Wally calling from Beaver Creek, Ohio. We'll get to you in a second. We have William in Tarzana, Christine in Camarillo. Dottie's calling all the way from Florida. Great time to call me, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. A quick break, then right back at you. And we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. That number 866-870-KRLA. That is the way to get through. Again, we're going to be broadcasting on YouTube. We're learning how to do it with you guys. We decided to make some changes. So you should go to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. Subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Besides being able to watch the show as I do it, during the week, I post a lot of stuff there. For example, if there are items I don't get to on the show that I wanted to talk about, they are now posted free. Everything is free at my YouTube channel. Plus, there are literally hundreds of videos talking about everything you can think about. So check it out. It's youtube.com/Warren Eckstein, youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. You know what? Let's go to Wally. We're going to go to Wally. We got David. We got William. We got Christine. We got Dottie. Wally's calling from beautiful Beaver Creek, Ohio. Hey, Wally. Welcome. Wally, welcome to the Pet Show. Wally, I'm trying to get you. Hi, there you are, Wally. Welcome to the show, Wally.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. What's up?
I just got a miniature retriever, and one of them, they're twins, and one of them they both love the dog, but the dog is afraid of one of them. And I suggested they change T-shirts or something. I don't know why it has an aversion to one of the twin boys. They're 10 years old.
Oh, so you have twin boys. You got a new retriever, and the dog is responsive to one of the kids and not responsive to the other. Is that it?
Yes. He acts like he's allergic to the other boy.
Okay, and I'm assuming you want to keep both twins, right?
Well, we're going to keep the dog. We've got one twin on board. Yes, I'd like to keep everybody.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Do the twins react differently to the dog? Does one of the twins react a little bit more fearful, a little bit more withdrawn, and one more assertive with the dog?
Yes. One twin is very outgoing. The other twin is much more reserved. The twin is overly fondling the dog. It's way too much attention. The other is much more sensitive and holds the dog, but they don't have a connection. Is there a way? Should they give them treats? How do you get a connection?
You get a connection. Sure. You get a connection with your dog, like you get a connection through any living thing, through communication. So, how old is the puppy now?
Almost 2 months old, 3 months old.
Okay. It's an 8-week-old puppy. Don't expect the dog to behave like a dog. It's a puppy. What you need to do right now is get both of the twins involved with the education. What's the dog's name?
Trump.
Trump. Trump?
Yes.
Okay.
Trump. Yes.
Oh, Thump. Thump. Okay. I thought it was Trump. Thump. Okay. Doesn't make any difference to me. You can call him whatever you want. Here's the scenario. What you need to do is they have to you can't change the behavior of the twins entirely, but you can change their behavior around the dog. What I'd like you to do, the dog is about 8 or 9 weeks old. I want you to start training the dog right now. Don't wait for the puppy to learn how to do something bad and then try to teach it something good. Start out on the right foot. If you have both kids working with the dog, you can do it separately. The one that's a little less confident around the dog, I would have him spend more time with the dog. I would have him go with the walks with you. But if you get the entire family, both twins involved with the training of the dog right now, the dog's confidence will build up and they'll treat both twins exactly the same. The fact that one of them is reacting a little bit different, that's understandable. But if you follow the training approach, which I'm going to send you, they're both going to be working with the dog the same way, so that continuity and consistency will be there, and it's going to make it a lot easier for the dog to gain that confidence. Just make sure that both twins have the opportunity to spend together time with the dog and individual time with the dog as well, Wally.
They're spending a lot of individual time, but they want Josh takes over with the dog.
No, you can't. But you can't have that. You can't listen. No. Listen, Wally, you can't have that. If one of the kids is spending time with the dog and the dog's a little fearful of him, and the other kid comes in and the dog's all over him, then you're just making the problem worse. The dog has to be treated the same by both. How old are the twins?
10.
Okay, so they're old enough to know. Yeah, I worked with kids all the time. Here's what I'm going to do. Wally, I'm putting you on hold. I'm sending you a copy of How to Get Your Dog to Do What You Want. It's a young puppy. You start out right now with building up the dog's confidence, the socialization. It's all in the book. You will notice that will be a little difference in the way dogs respond to people, but in terms of the twins, he'll respond to them the same way. Now, you're not going to change the kid's behavior, but we can get the dog to be confident and comfortable around them. I work with families over the years, 5 in the family, and everyone has a different personality, and the dog reacts differently. But when it comes to the behavior, when it comes to the conversation, and when it comes to the education of the dog, the continuity is really critical. You're going to enjoy the book on its way to you, and I appreciate the phone call, and I appreciate your twins and the dog becoming best buddies. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Great time to give me a call. We got William, we got Christine, we got Dottie, we got Mary, we got David. The phones are jamming. I'll get to your calls, but right now I'm bragging. About back on the Pet Show. I'm going to be taking a quick break for the top of the hour. David, William, Christine, Dottie, Marion, don't go anywhere, but let me leave you with this. Love rarely touches the reasoning parts of the brain. It touches the dreamy parts, the devoted parts. It touches the parts we sometimes call the heart. And for many thousands of years, it's there that our dogs have lived. We're going to take a quick break, then get back to all your calls. 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. I'm Warren Eckstein, and you're listening to The Pet Show.
Your dog is barking, your cat missed the box. Your ferret's chewed up all your favorite socks. He sure knows how to get inside your pet's head. But maybe it's you who needs to be trained instead.
And if you love animals and really want to understand why your dogs and cats behave the way they do and how to resolve any issues you may be having with your dogs or cats, or a whole lot more likely, any issues your dog or cats may be having with you, great time to give me a call. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show, America's first and only real pet psychology, pet training, pet behavior, and of course, pet lifestyle show. If you got a question or comment, want to share a story, brag about a dog or cat you rescued, or just tell me why your cat makes you feel so good, great time to give me a call. Just a reminder, everyone that calls in and gets to talk to me live on the air will get a fabulous, fabulous gift for their dog or cat. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Coming up on the show, I'm going to try to have time to do this. What do dogs think about us? We know what we think about our dogs. We love them. They're cuddly. They're smart, blah, 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 blah. But what does your dog really think about you? If I run out of time, I'm not going to try to. I'm going to try to get this done. But if I run out of time, if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com, facebook.com/Warren Eckstein. I've already posted that story in a lot more depth, so check that out. What do your dogs think of you? 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let's go. We're going to go right down the list here. How about we start out with William in Tarzana? Hey, William, welcome to the Pet Show.
Good morning. How you doing?
I could not be better, William. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm calling about my cat. She's about 4 years old, and for some reason she doesn't like to eat your Lucy's pet food anymore.
Well, here's what I would try to do. You know, cats can be finicky sometimes. So what I'd like you to do is because the Lucy pet food is so important nutritionally because of that prebiotic, probiotic formula, so important for the cat. So what I would recommend that you do is take something that the cat loves, whether it be water from a tuna can, just the water, not the tuna, whether it be salmon, just the water from salmon, and put that in a container and let that sit alongside the dry food. Let it sit alongside it overnight in the refrigerator. Take it out when you feed the cat. Heat it up in the microwave for a second or two. The reason for that is, and this is something I talk about all the time, a lot of people don't understand the concept because humans primarily eat with their mouth. Dogs and cats eat with their nose. So the smell is so critical. So sometimes when a dog goes off their food or a cat goes off their food, sometimes it could be something as minor as a stuffed nose or an allergy or something to that effect. But to avoid that and to make sure it's nothing going on, if we take that food and we make her food smell really good, like tuna or whatever, you don't give her the tuna juice, you just make it smell like that overnight, I think she'll start eating it again, and that'll keep her nice and healthy, I promise.
Well, I've tried that. I've tried the food. I've tried heating the food up.
What did you, William? Tell me exactly what you did. What type of food? What type of food did you put in? What type of food did you put in the Tupperware container? How long did you leave the dry food in the Tupperware container alongside the other food before you fed it to the cat?
I put some tuna in it, and I let it sit overnight. Mm-hmm. Then next morning I put it out, and she wouldn't take it, so I put it in the microwave and heated it up a little bit. She wouldn't take it. Also, she stopped eating the hugs and kisses.
All right, then there may be something wrong with the cat. When you have a cat,
she's perfectly healthy.
How do you know? Listen, how do you know she's perfectly healthy? How do you know that?
Been to the vet.
And what did the vet say? Why did the vet tell you the cat stopped eating?
Just she doesn't feel like it. He says she's fine, no problems.
Okay, so then fine, no problem. I'll agree with your vet. Fine, no problem.
You know, we finally got to the point where she wouldn't take the vitamins, so I got some of these cat treats, Temptations, and I'd sprinkle the vitamins into that, mix them up, put them in the bowl, and she'd eat that right up.
Great. So she's getting the supplements, but she's not eating the food. In other words, listen, right. I'm telling you what to do. If the tuna didn't work, try salmon. If the salmon doesn't work, try sardines. If the sardines don't work, try anchovy. If anchovy doesn't work, try putting it alongside roast beef. You don't mix the food together. You just put it in the same dish, separate, in the same Tupperware container, separated. But the bottom line is this. You're telling me that the vet said to you there's absolutely no reason that your cat's not eating. So what's his suggestion? To let the cat starve?
Yeah, the only thing is she only will eat dry food. She won't eat anything else.
Nothing wrong with eating dry food.
You know, I've tried giving her, salmon, chicken, fish. Doesn't want to touch it.
I'm not telling you to give her chicken, liver, or fish. I'm telling you to make her food smell like it.
Along with putting it in the refrigerator, I've tried giving her just a straight chicken, fish, and salmon.
Okay, so listen. Yeah, so you tried giving her. She's not eating the basic chicken. She's not eating fish or salmon either.
No.
And your vet says that's absolutely fine.
That's just the way she is.
All right, that's just the way she is.
I tried those.
Listen, listen, William. Obviously, you're telling me the cat is not eating. All right, you went to the vet. The vet's telling you the cat is perfectly healthy, but gave you no other advice. Said, listen, the cat's healthy. Don't worry about it. It's just the cat. Take your vet's advice or take mine. Keep trying. Keep trying to get the cat to eat. Try something different. Try anchovies. Try something different. Heat it up a little bit more. Let it sit for 2 days instead of 1 day. You got to try something different. You can't have a cat that's not eating, William. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So you got to keep trying. Listen, I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to send you some kitty lickies. I very rarely Very rarely will you hear Warren get frustrated. I've been doing this show for 41 years. But, William, if you go to a doctor and you say to the doctor, I've lost my appetite. I don't feel like eating anything. And the doctor says, don't worry about it. You're healthy. What do? Do you don't eat anything? Or do you try different things till you find something you can tolerate? First of all, I think your vet was way off base saying, listen, maybe he found the cat's healthy, but he should have given you some advice. They stimulate. There's other things you can do. There's different flavors. I'm sending you to Kitty Lickies. Try that. But you got to try something. You're giving up way too easy. And I'd love to have your vet say to me, listen, if your dog or cat's not eating, don't worry about it. No big deal. Let him starve. Phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA. 866-870-5752. I very rarely do I get frustrated, but and William, I love you, and I'm so glad you're listening to the Pet Show. But I can give you advice. If you don't take the advice, then I can't help you, and that's what any specialist is going to do. So my advice to you is keep trying different foods, heat it up. You got to get your cat to eat. It's not healthy for the cat not to eat. Come on, keep trying, William. I want that cat to be healthy. 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. 866-870-5752. Agree with me or disagree? Give me a call. Let me know. Was I too hard on William? I don't think I was, but give me a call. Let me know what you think. 866-870-5752. We are going to... Oh, gosh, so many great calls here. Let's go to David in Irvine. Hey, David, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hey, Warren, you can hear me?
I can hear you like you're right next to me, David.
Excellent. I've started watching you on YouTube today, and kudos to Alex. He's done a really good job.
Don't give Alex too much credit. Don't give Alex too much credit, because I'm going to hear about it at the end of the show.
Well, did you set it up?
No, I didn't. Listen, there is literally, people don't believe me, literally there's a sign on my desk. There is no one I know that is more untechnical than me. Alex will agree with that any day of the week. On my desk, there is a sign that says, if it doesn't pee, I don't deal with it.
You don't fix it. Nice. The only thing is, I don't really care about seeing L.A. I want to see Molly and Willie pictures during the commercial breaks on YouTube. Okay?
This is the first week. This is the first week that the amazing technician Alex and Richard put this together. So maybe by next week we'll have a picture of the wonderful Molly and Willie. Although sometimes they ask for money when I use their photos, so I got to be a little careful.
You have to get them to sign a release form. You're in Hollywood, right?
I am in Hollywood. They need to sign a release. There you go. And I got to talk to their agent.
Okay. All right. Also, show us your point of view. It's interesting. You're sitting there and you're looking at screens. It'd be interesting to see if Alex will allow it. What you're looking at.
What I'm looking at? I'll tell you exactly. Here's exactly what I'm looking at. If you guys want to know what I'm looking at, I have a computer screen in front of me, and the computer screen has different phone lines, one through whatever. And that's what I see. And I can see basically like Christine in Camarillo, her cat bites, Marion in Simi Valley, 4-year-old dog barks when it's in the car. So I can pretty much see a brief synopsis of the question. That's what I see.
It sounds like a dog psychiatrist input office. Anyway, that's cool. I'm on a phone, so because of it's weird talking to you otherwise. Anyway, finally, on your point, are cats affectionate?
Yeah.
Yes. I have a 12-year-old female gray and white huntress. She's brought live rabbits, hummingbirds, and lizards into the house. I've released them all. My dog is amazed that she can do this. But she comes in at 4 in the morning and asks for belly rubs. She meows. She visits me when I drive home. She's come into the car when I've come home. And I can call her in at night. And this is the crazy part. She walks with her dog in the neighborhood. We're that crazy neighbor who has the cat.
Yeah, there are cats that do. The only thing that concerns me, did you say the cat was 12 years old?
Yeah.
Okay, the only thing that concerns me is having her outside a little bit too much, David. That does concern me. But
you know what? We keep her. I understand that. The cat previous to her was killed. I had her for 3 years. She was an indoor-outdoor cat. I had a previous cat, 18 years old, that we had to put down, who was also an indoor-outdoor cat. And we try to get this kitty in at night. The thing is, Warren, if a friend of yours died mountain climbing, right, would you blame the mountain or would you blame the friend for doing what they wanted to do? But I get it. People should keep their cats in. They're having coyotes. We definitely try to get her in as much as possible, and she's happy with that almost all the time.
I'm thinking about the question you said. Would I blame the person or would I blame the rock?
Yeah.
Listen, I would blame the person, hear me out, that has a cat, lets the cat outside because they believe it's the right thing to do without having an enclosure for the cat or teaching the cat to walk on a leash and harness. Then I have to put blame where the blame is. The cat doesn't know how to open the door.
I know that you would not agree with me, and we definitely work hard to keep her in at night, but we feel that it's better. I feel that it's better for her to get some outdoor exposure.
Why don't you build an outdoor enclosure for her?
Okay.
They sell them on Amazon. They're not expensive.
No, I get it, and I've seen, that's interesting, but face it, that's not going to be as interesting as the real world.
Yeah, I like to play in the street. I like to play when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I liked to play in the middle of the street because it was more interesting. I could see all the cars a lot closer than from the sidewalk, but it wasn't smart for me to do that. David, you got to do what you got to do. But listen, I can tell right off just talking to you how much you love your cats. I'm going to give you a choice. What do you want me to send you? 12-year-old cat, you tell me.
Kitty Lickies.
On its way. I'm putting you on hold. Kitty Lickies on its way to you. You guys are working me out today. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let me take a quick break. When we come back, we got Patricia, Christine, Dottie, Marion. We'll get to all your calls. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through to the show. Speaking about loving and saving animals, and we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. Phones are jamming, 866-870-KRLA. Just a reminder, you can watch the show now live on YouTube, youtube.com/Warren Eckstein, ECKSTEIN. Subscribe to that channel. I'm telling you, there's literally hundreds of great stories there, and stories that I don't get to on the show. I can go into a lot more depth. For example, I'm going to talk about what do dogs think about humans, and I'll do a story on that. But in depth, if you want to see the story in depth in the video, check out and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you anything. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. Let's go to Dottie in Florida. Hey, Dottie in Florida. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Warren. God bless you. You are an angel. I just love you since I found your show. I'm definitely try to listen every single Saturday.
So, by the way, Dottie, I hear you're having a rough time in Florida today. Is it really raining a lot there now?
Not where I'm at. I'm in Central, and I guess the southern part is getting...
Yeah, I guess the Miami, Palm Springs area, yeah, that place is all messed up.
I'm sorry, what?
I said Palm Springs and Miami is getting, I think, the heavy rain.
Yes, I'm much further north than that.
You would think growing up in New York, I would know Florida. Do you know I am the only New Yorker I know, spent my entire life in New York, and I've never been to Miami?
You've never been to where?
Miami.
Oh. Don't feel bad. It's
the
okay.
only part of Florida I know well is, I was the creature keeper. A lot of people don't notice. I talk about it. I was the creature keeper on the new Mickey Mouse Club with Christine Aguilera, Britney Spears. I brought all the animals on the show. And we shot that at Disney World in Orlando. So that's the only part of Florida I know is Orlando. Anyway, that's my story. What can I do to help you out?
First of all, I sense your frustration with the two men before me with the cats. One, don't let the cat outside. There's nothing but bad out there for them, and he needs to be more responsible as a pet owner and leave that cat indoors. That's obviously not the reason why I called. And the other one needs to make sure that cat eats. Otherwise, the kidneys will shut down. His organs will shut down within a few days, from what I understand. A cat. Very serious. So my question is, first of all, I'm going to get hugs and kisses from you for sending me some, the food that I just got 3 days ago from you.
Oh, the Lucy Pet food.
Prior call when I called you before on something.
Yeah.
Thank you so very, very much. But I am going to get the hugs and kisses for my 9-year-old Papillon that I have laying over here.
Little butterfly dog,
I
sure.
have for you. is very important. Since he's an older dog, my vet this last month has decided he did his blood work, his full blood panel, and his kidneys are fine, his organs are fine, but he says, I want to keep him that way. I have Hill's Science Diet out front here, and you're going to give him wet food only for the rest of his life, but you're going to keep him on Hill's Science Diet because it's a low-protein food. And then I heard that that's not so much the way vets think anymore, the low protein for senior dogs. They now think that can affect the heart in not a good way.
Where do you buy your dog's food? Dottie, where do you buy your dog's food?
I'm now buying it through Amazon and from my vet, the Hill Science Diet. But
okay, there's nothing wrong with Hill. By the way, Hill Science Diet.
He loves that.
The company that, just so you know, the company that owns Hill Science Diet. Do you know who that is?
No.
It's Colgate-Palmolive. Just so you know.
You're kidding me.
Colgate owns, yeah, I've done a lot of work for Colgate over the years. I know they do that. So anyway, here's my feeling, okay? I sent you something. You got the food, so I can't send you something. I would get the dog on the Hugs and Kisses supplement. It's a senior dog right now. You know, it has the lecithin for the skin and coat. It has everything you need. If your vet wants to do something more protein than that, that's fine with him. But as long as he's on a good, healthy diet, like the Science Diet, and he's getting the Hugs and Kisses supplement at the same time, that should be absolutely fine for him. And the vet doesn't want you to give dry food. Well, Hugs and Kisses.
He wants him on Hill Science Diet and nothing else.
Nothing else whatsoever.
Nothing. Yeah. Just and the wet. It's got to be the canned.
I would like to go into a lot more reason with that. You know, I work with hundreds of vets. And every vet has a different opinion, just like every doctor. I have rheumatoid arthritis. One of my doctors says go on a gluten-free diet. The other doctor says don't go on a gluten-free diet. Go on a Mediterranean diet. One doctor says this. One doctor says that. So the bottom line is what I always recommend, if you're not positive, if you're not sure that you're getting the advice you necessarily feel comfortable with, get a second opinion. Get a second opinion.
Well, that would have been you.
My second opinion, yeah. My second opinion is follow your vet's advice. If your vet is telling you he only wants the dog on Science Diet canned food and that's all your dog can eat, then that's what I would do. As long as the dog is staying healthy, if the health of the dog changes, then I would have another conversation with the veterinarian at that point.
Well, he's saying just to keep his kidneys in good shape. They want to keep them in as long as they can. They're in good shape now. He wants to keep them that way. That's what he said, as long as the length of the dog's, life.
And he thinks, and so there's no problem. The kidneys are perfect.
Yes, he said they're fine.
So he's saying as a preventative to feed him Science Diet, which by the way,
exactly what he said.
Which by the way, a lot of veterinarians sell at their office.
He has it sitting right in his office. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. And the great food if you want to feed it. I'm a Lucy pet food guy. That's what I feed my own pets. But in terms of anything else, listen, I'm not going to go against your vet. If he's telling you that's the only thing you want your dog on, then do it for him. I'm telling you that if there's no problem with the dog, tens of thousands of dogs have been on Hugs and Kisses now. I've had Hugs and Kisses for 30 years. I've never had a vet say not to give him Hugs and Kisses because of a kidney problem. Never, ever, ever. But if your vet thinks that's a problem, then it's a problem.
Well, I'm going to get that today anyway. I'm looking at it right now on Amazon, Hugs and Kisses. I'm going to get him that. And there's going to be an auto shipment on that. So, Warren, God bless you. And thank you so much for everything you do.
No, I could not do it without you guys, Dottie. Thank you so much. You know what? I can't send you anything, but what I'm going to do, Dottie, is I'm going to donate something to a local organization in your name. And I appreciate that phone call. 866-870-KRLA. I'm going to have a vet on with me in the next week or two. And no one has more respect and more confidence in veterinarians than I do. But no one's omnipotent. That doesn't mean your vet's not omnipotent either. I'm not omnipotent. My background is in behavior, the psychology of animals. I've been doing this for over 41 years. So sometimes when it comes to the physiology of the animal, I say talk to your vet, what your vet recommends. But if the vet is telling you your dog is 100% healthy, give him this food, but he doesn't want any other supplementation, I would have a little question about that. I would go back and forth. Like my doctor saying to me, listen, you need this, that's all you can have. Don't take any vitamin, mineral supplements. Don't do anything else. I don't think I'd respond. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. You guys are giving me a tough time today. 866-870-5752. You know what? Let me take a quick break. When we come back, we have Christine. We have Patricia in Canada. We got Joy in Woodland Hills, Cynthia in Santa Clarita, Marion in Simi Valley. We'll get to all your calls right after this. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show. And we are back on The Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Again, YouTube, we're going to be doing a lot on YouTube, so you should go to that channel, subscribe. It's at youtube.com/my name Warren Eckstein, Eckstein. Did you know that if you live with a dog and you're over 65, not only will it keep you physically active, but according to brand new studies out of the University of Michigan, they studied senior citizens with pets, and they found that after 6 years, owning a pet if you're over the age of 65 will help you keep mentally fit as you age. The study finds. So just another reason. And what I recommend, if you're a senior citizen and you're looking for a pet, how about adopting an older dog or an older cat? That's the way to go. Keep you healthier, save a life at the same time. All right, back to the busy phone lines right now. Christine in Camarillo. Welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren.
How are you today?
I have a 12-year-old dog, a 15-year-old cat, and a 1-year-old cat. The 1-year-old cat was adopted and has been biting since he was a kitten.
When he started biting you,
was a lot of petting, but he will come and sit on my lap, which is a little unusual for me.
Okay, so when you first got him, was he biting right? How old was he when you got him, did you say, Christine?
Oh, about 8 weeks.
Okay, and he's been biting since then?
Yes.
And he's how old now?
A year.
And now you're calling me?
Yeah, I know. You should see my hands.
I bet I can. Listen, cats bite for several reasons. You hit one of the things on the head. Very often, when you're petting a cat and you're petting him and petting him and petting him, you're actually overstimulating the cat. And that can cause kitty or cat aggressive behavior. What happens is when they're being petted and they get into that almost state of nirvana, all of a sudden they realize how vulnerable they are and they may strike out with a bite. Also, play aggression. Sometimes you've had this kitten since it was a kitten. You've had it since it was gone. Sometimes what happens is they have what's called play aggression. If he didn't have the opportunity to get a lot of his play aggression with the other kittens, his litter mates, very often when they come into the human environment, they consider us part of their litter and react to us that way. Other reasons could be fear, stress, pain, communication. There's a lot of reasons that can cause a cat to bite. But it sounds to me like in your case, what's happening is kind of overstimulating. What other times will he bite you other than when he's sitting on your lap and you're petting him?
He gets aggressive with the dog. He gets aggressive with the senior cat. You know, she's pretty much crunching down and trying to get away.
Yeah, but they've been together. But they've been together for a year, Christine. The dog's been together with the cat. The cat's been together with the older cat. Any bloodshed? Anyone really attacking and killing anybody?
Not that I know of.
You leave it alone. You know, not all people living in the same environment have to get together the same way. You should have seen me and my sister grow up. Not everyone has to be exactly the same way. So you might have a kitten that, and a couple of errors that you made, you never really kind of got him out of that kitten play aggressive stage at that point, or when he was early on. So as long as they're tolerating and getting along with each other, and he's only a year old, I think you're probably on the right track, and I wouldn't try to overcompensate. The only thing I would try to do is try to stimulate the young cat. You know, stimulation could be good or bad, but by stimulation, I mean making sure that your environment is always changing. Cats are nomadic by nature. They love changes. So you hear me every week talk about change the cardboard boxes, paper bags, grow organic this, organic that for them. So that would be really beneficial as well, because by having new items coming in on a regular basis, it gets the attention off of the older cat and the other dog, and for at least some part of the day, it gets the new cat to focus on all these new things coming into the household.
I just figure he was a bully cat or the alpha male, and my dog is a male. The other one is female.
If I hear the word alpha, when was the last time? When was the last time When was the last time you saw a pack of cats?
When I did a what of what?
A pack of cats.
I've never had a pack of cats.
Well, that's my point. What you're using the term alpha because you're watching too much TV. You don't have an alpha cat. You have a kitten, and the kitten's being just assertive, a way a kitten should be at a year old. It's not the kitten's fault that you didn't do everything you could do to resolve the aggressive behavior. So don't blame the kitten. It's not that the kitten is in fact an alpha kitten. I hate that word alpha. He's not an assertive or an aggressive kitten. He's just a kitten that plays the way he plays because he's never been taught otherwise. So what I'm going to do, Christine, is I want you to kind of play with him in a different way. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to send you a copy of how to get your cat to do what you want. And let's not blame the cat. We need to socialize the cat more. Follow my advice. It'll make all the difference in the world. You know, since the word alpha has come into play, I get calls. Listen, I have an alpha snake. I have an alpha bird. I happen to have an alpha Chevrolet. I'm so tired of that word alpha because people don't understand what it means. It's not the toughest. It's not the most aggressive. It's not the most assertive. Even in a pack of wolves, alpha means the best breeding pair. Alpha male is the best breeder to keep the pack going. Has not a lot to do with the aggressive behavior. 866-870 KRLA, the phone number. We are going to, where are we going right now? You know what? Let me go to Santa Clarita. I want to talk to Cynthia, and then we'll go right back to the order. Hey, Cynthia, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren. So good to talk with you. Thanks for taking my call.
My pleasure.
And thank you for your service.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
People
should see my shirt today. I'm wearing a shirt that's probably as old as a lot of people. It has a picture of a B-52 bomber on it, and it says, "Fly the friendly skies."
Oh. I'm wondering, is our connection bad? Because I can't hear you very well.
No, I'm hearing you fine. I hope you can hear me okay, because I'm hearing you absolutely perfect.
Oh, okay. Well, I hear you all right, but it's a little not totally clear. But
it's probably nothing more than my Long Island accent.
Well, I want to tell you about a cat that I had. I know your question today is which is more soothing, a dog or a cat when you're feeling low.
Sure.
And I think they're both. I think that they're both amazingly soothing. And but I'll tell you a story about a cat that I had some time ago. Her name was Tiki. She was half Siamese. And when John Lennon was shot in 1980, I was a huge fan, and I was devastated. And I remember I just went in and lay my head on the table, just sobbing uncontrollably. And Tiki was a no-nonsense cat. She wouldn't put up with little things. But she sensed that I really needed comfort, and she didn't know, obviously, what was wrong, but she knew I was distressed. And she came up, and she lay herself right in front of me, let me put the full weight of my head against her, and purred like crazy for a couple of hours just to comfort me. Because purring is also, it's not just, it's comfort, too.
Oh, absolutely. It's a way the mom sometimes comforts the kittens. You know, it's interesting. So you were a big John Lennon fan.
Pardon me?
You were a big John Lennon fan?
Oh, yes. I love all the Beatles.
Do you know how much I spent so much time? I happen to not be a Beatles fan. I'm kind of, when I was growing up, it was the Beatles or the Rolling Stones. I'm a Stone kind of guy. But the reason I bring it up is when John Lennon was killed, he was killed in front of the Dakota.
Yeah.
And I trained many, many dogs in that building. Many celebrities lived in that building. It had a big driveway in the middle of it, a circular driveway in the middle of it. I never got to bump into John himself, but I did see Yoko, and I did see many celebrities. An incredible guy. I wasn't a big fan of the music, but just an incredible guy, and he will be missed. But you're absolutely right. They know when something's wrong, and dog or cat, they're going to do what they can do to comfort you.
Oh, yes. She was extremely... she could really understand everything I said to her. It was amazing. She was very, very smart. But we had such a strong bond, and she really was there for me in a way that nobody else was at that time. So you have any pets right now, Cynthia? I do. I've got two wonderful adopted doggies, and I don't know if it's not too much to ask, could they try your hugs and kisses? I don't know. Let me think.
Of course they can. Let me do this. I'm going to, Cynthia, I'm going to put you on hold, and you're going to be speaking to the lovely Suzette. A lot easier to speak to than Alex. You'll be speaking to the lovely Suzette, and she will get your name and information, and we will send you, or my friends over at Lucy Pet will send you some. I'm not sorry. I will send you some Hugs and Kisses supplements for your dog, and doggies, as you said, and I appreciate that phone call. Hey, great time to give me a call. I still got a lot of time. I'm going to get to Marion, Patricia. Oh, Joy. I got to talk to my friend Joy Nadell again today. I'll see if I can get to her as well. Phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Quick break, then we're right back to your phone calls. Listen. And we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. Boy, she brought up a memory for me. Training all the dogs I trained at the Dakota apartment building in New York City, right across from Central Park. I spent a lot of time there. I was pretty poor back then. I was just out of the service, and I remember going to the Dakota, and the only shirts I had to wear were my fatigue shirts from the Air Force. And I remember people making comments about it when I would go to the Dakota and other famous buildings in the Central Park area of New York. But I did spend a lot of time at the Dakota. I think Lauren Bacall. A lot of celebrities lived in that apartment complex where John Lennon was killed. Hey, the phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA. Before I go, I got plenty of time with Joy, Patricia, Marion. I'll try to get to your calls, but just a reminder that after I get off the air here at 1 o'clock, I start my national and Canadian show. I'll give you that number in a little bit in case I don't get to your call there, because I want to share this with you. Now, there's a much longer version of this on my YouTube channel. Again, I'm stressing YouTube today because we're kind of making some switches. It's at youtube.com/my name, Warren Eckstein, Eckstein. So let me just share this with you. Let me read it to you, something I wrote, but it's a lot longer. This is the shortened version. What do dogs think of humans? Do our dogs look at us like we're parents, friends, or perhaps even as gods? We cater to their needs, feeding, walking, water, companionship. You know, it's a question I've asked myself for years, and every time I think I've got it, I meet a dog that makes me rethink my theories. Some people suggest it's just because they're dependent on us, but are not really bonded. Here's my theory. My belief, and I've trained over 40,000 animals on every continent in this world. My theory is this, that dogs look at us like family. They look at us like family, and I've long evaluated my thinking about it, and here's the conclusion I've come to, contrary to so many other people in my profession. I believe in interspecies love. Interspecies love is real. I believe that dogs love us. I believe that cats love us. I believe that horses love us. Call me crazy. I've been saying this for years. A lot of people have called me crazy, but the bottom line is, if you've lived with a pet, you know that they love you as much as you love them. A longer version of that at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. Back to the phone lines right now. We are going to, great calls here. You know, let me go to Joy first, and then we'll go, hey, Joy, welcome to the show. Why are you bothering me?
Well, good morning.
Good morning, Joy. How are you? I'm doing great. What's up?
I'm doing well. Thank you, my friend. You know, I wanted to share a little story with you. Years ago, I was owned by 2 Himalayan cats who we just absolutely loved and adored. They were part of our family for 21 and 22 years they lived. So blessed. But recently I got a call from one of our local animal control departments. They had a 19-year-old Siamese that people were overlooking due to her age. And they called and begged me to take her, which I immediately drove out to Camarillo, and you know how far that is from my house to there. Brought her home and found her an absolutely magnificent, wonderful home with somebody who you've met, actually, my groomer, who's been a friend of mine for 10 years, and her son is a recovering addict. And he loves this cat, and this cat loves him. And he now calls her his emotional support cat. And he carries her around the house, and he and she have the most beautiful, bonded relationship. So I wanted to share that story on National Hug Your Cat Day because I thought you'd get a kick out of it. And it just goes to prove how important the relationship between an animal and a human can be, and what amazing curative properties animals have, which
Joy,
you already know.
Listen, you know I'm in 100% agreement with it, but here's the scenario. People often assume, and you know what happens when you assume, they assume dogs are one way and cats are another way. So sometimes the time spent with their dog is more physical than the time spent with their cat. But let me tell you, I've had at one time, and I'm going to share this story with everyone, at one time I had 32 rescued dogs and 27 rescued cats living in my home. Just a few.
That's awesome.
And the bottom line is that if you treat any living thing the same way, you're going to get the same response. Sure, some of them come with a little baggage that can be resolved easily, but the bottom line is you hit the nail on the head. Dog, cat, doesn't make any difference. If you treat them properly and you know how much you love them, they will share that love right back with you. What a great story, Joy.
Yeah, I mean, her name is Mocha, and she has just offered the entire family such love and such support. She doesn't scratch. She doesn't jump on the furniture. She's just, she just landed in this home that's already filled with love and compassion, and she has just brought so much more into this household.
Amazing story.
I thought I would share that. He actually takes her to his AA meetings with him.
Really? It's just absolutely amazing to me how much, I've worked with people that have different challenges, that have adopted, or maybe they had a snake, maybe they had a parakeet, maybe they had a cockatoo, maybe they had a gerbil, maybe they had a kink, I don't know. But animals, if you treat them properly, they know it, and they kind of give back to you in their own special way every day.
I couldn't agree more. I thought I would share that with you on this weekend because I thought it was a really magical and special story.
Great story.
So I hope your listeners got...
No, it's a great story, but I'm going to have to say goodbye now. Will you give Craig a hug for me, all right?
I certainly will. Say hello to the beautiful Denise for me.
Yeah, the better half of the family. Thank you much, my friend Joy Nadell. Rescue Me Inc., by the way, I serve on their board of directors, a great organization. Check them out, Rescue Me Inc. And if I don't take a break right now, Alex is going to throw something at me. A quick break, then right back at you. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show. And we are back on The Pet Show. I decided I don't want to take another call right now because I hate to rush people. I want to make sure I can spend as much time as I can. So if you didn't get through on this show, starting in 3 minutes, let me give you the number for my national and Canadian show. The same type of show. I give away the same type of gifts. Write this number down. You can start calling at 1 o'clock. Be patient. This is my national show. Goes through Radio America out of Washington, D.C. Write this number down, 877-725-8255, 877-725-8255. You can start calling at 1 o'clock. I'll answer your questions there. And as I said, I do the same type of gifts. Also, we've been talking a lot about YouTube because it's new to me as well. Facebook, I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, I will be broadcasting on YouTube. You should subscribe to my YouTube channel. Literally, I just did a story. You know how much I love German Shepherds, the first dog I ever had. I love all breeds, and everyone kind of loves the first breed they had. But I did this incredible story about why I am such a big German Shepherd fanatic, not because they saved my life twice, once from a gun, once from a knife. Hello, Bronx, New York. But anyway, it's a great, great piece I put together about why I'm so partial to German Shepherds. Again, the number for the network show, 877-725-8255. YouTube, youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. Until next week, you guys know what to do. Give all of your dogs and your cats a big hug and a kiss from you, and especially your cat today. It's National Hug Your Cat Day, and a big one from me. I'm Warren Eckstein, and you've been listening to The Pet Show.